Hey everybody, welcome to Sweet Tea Guitars. I'm Todd. I wanted to take an opportunity to talk to you guys a little about my plans for the Great Guitar Build-Off 2021, and also to give you a little background info on me and let you guys know what made me want to start trying to build guitars for a living and get involved in this competition. So about me, I'm 52 years old. I live in the upstate of South Carolina, about 20 miles north of Greenville. I've been a guitar player for over 30 years and I love guitar, all guitar. I'm not a guitar snob. I don't care if it's a Fender or a Gibson. I just want a well-playing instrument. I've been a live sound engineer for years of my life. I've also worked in the electronics industry installing professional audio and video equipment in performing arts theaters and places of that nature. I now mix automotive paint for a living, so I've done a little of everything. About a year ago, I started watching the Great Guitar Build-Off 2020, and I decided immediately that that was something that I had to do. I was nowhere near ready at that point. I didn't have the tools I needed. I didn't know where to source the lumber from locally. I just knew I needed to spend some time getting ready for it and not make it a hurried process. So I did not even think about getting involved in last year's competition. But what that did allow me to do is it gave me a year to do nothing but research, find people who sell the products locally mainly. I found a couple of hardwood suppliers near me. I learned where to source parts from, and I pretty much knew a bunch of this stuff already, but I wanted everything to be fresh in my mind. I also wanted to educate myself on methods of guitar construction, neck shaping, cutting a neck pocket, routing pickup cavities, original body design, headstock design, you know, everything that is involved in building a good guitar. So I've gathered some tools together. About 3 months in, I decided that there was no possible way I was ever going to be satisfied building one guitar. So Sweet Tea Guitars was born. I've now decided that I'm not going to be satisfied until I actually build guitars for a living. So that's where this is going to lead me. Whether or not I win the Great Guitar Build-Off is kind of insignificant to me. I just want to be involved in it because what it really does is it allows me to be a part of a community of people already building guitars, sharing information on YouTube, which leads me to have to give a few shout outs. Now these guys don't know it, but I've basically been going to school watching their videos for the past year. The first one would be Ben Crow from Crimson Guitars, and I've learned so much from Ben Crow. If you guys aren't familiar with Crimson Guitars on YouTube, go check out Ben's videos. He is a master luthier, and I owe him a absolutely huge debt of gratitude for getting me to this point. He's just so passionate about it, and I think that's the most important thing to bring to the table as a guitar builder. It's inspired me to want to be a guitar builder full time. The next set of guys I'd like to give a shout out to is Texas Toast Guitars in Colorado. Matt and Chris, they go about guitar building a little differently than Ben does, but they still produce some killer instruments. They're more power tool oriented, where Ben's all hand planes and chisels, and you'll discover this if you have not seen either one of these guys building guitars. But both are super knowledgeable. Check out Texas Toast, throw them some love. The next guy I'd like to give some thanks to is David Fletcher from Fletcher Handcrafted Guitars in Australia. David, in my opinion, has the absolute best Stratocaster build series on YouTube. He shows you everything from start to finish. He's methodical, he's patient, and he's easy to understand. So I really gained a lot, I feel, from watching David build guitars. Another guy you guys should check out on YouTube is Steve McElhenney from Maximum Guitar Works, also in Colorado. Steve's a teacher. He teaches a luthier class at some local college. Steve approaches things from a teacher standpoint, so there's a lot to be learned from him. He's got a complete Tele Strat build series on his YouTube channel that is geared towards his students. And that's pretty much what I've spent the past year doing, is taking myself to school, learning how to do all these things. I've done most of these processes, but never to create a whole instrument. So I felt it was necessary for me to go out and gather as much knowledge as possible to be able to be a competitor in this competition, and also to be a great guitar builder. That is my goal. I'm doing it for the fun of it, honestly. I can't wait to see what the guitar winds up feeling like and looking like. I can't wait to see what everybody else does. I wish everybody luck. I just want to build great guitars. That's what I want to do. So a little about my build. I have settled on a two-piece canary neck blank with a figured Padauk fretboard, a poplar body. I mix automotive paint for a living, so I'm going to paint this guitar. So I used a poplar body. I didn't want to paint over figured maple or a burled poplar top or anything like that. I wanted to use a wood that is easy to sand, it'll take finish really well, and poplar is an awesome choice. Tonally, poplar is actually a lot like mahogany, so I'm not really concerned with any tone issues out of it. And I haven't decided on pickups or switches or potentiometers or anything like that. That will be determined once, I feel like the guitar is going to speak to me eventually and let me know what kind of pickups it wants in it. And I'm going to be using an original headstock design. I am going to use templates for this build, but the body shape is more than likely going to change. I am going to build a super strat style guitar with a recessed Floyd Rose route. I'm not going to use a traditional Fender headstock. I'm going to use a 3x3 headstock. I happen to have a set of tuners that I really like. They're 3x3. They're not 6 in line. If you've got a well set up instrument and a truss rod's adjusted properly and your fret job is nice and level, a recessed route Floyd Rose, in my opinion, is the only way to go to get the action as low as possible and it still be a playable instrument. I want to feel the guitar neck in my hand, and that is a good sign if an instrument's well made or not. If you recess a Floyd Rose and you get that string action down there and it doesn't fret out anywhere and the intonation's set up properly, and that mainly comes from how well the guitar is built, how well the bridge is placed, the nut as well, and how well the fret slots are cut and how well the frets are finished. We'll see. I'm going to crack at this and I'm going to get building. I wish everybody luck that's involved in this competition. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. It helps me out a lot when you guys let me know that you're into it. I'll respond to as many comments as I can. And remember, until next time, happiness is just a state of mind. Do what you love, and I assure you the rewards are far greater than the cost. Peace and love.